Paula Chandler Paramore, your host and soul line dancing psychologist. Thank you for joining us for another episode. And please welcome my co-host, Yolanda Sample. Hey Yolanda, how you doing?
Hey, hey, Dr. Paula. I am doing great. I'm excited about today's show. Welcome, everybody. If you haven't already started following this podcast, please follow Psychology on the Dance Floor. We're on Facebook. Just look it up, click like and subscribe on YouTube. And we'd be excited to have you be a part of this growing culture called Psychology on the Dance Floor.
That is so true. That is so true. And guess what? Today we're discussing a topic that many people have thought about, but few have openly talked about. Why everybody want to teach dance? Yolanda, haven't you noticed that?
Yes. Somebody gets out there, they learn a few dances, and then guess what? They're suddenly teaching. Someone has been attending classes for 6 months. Next thing you know, they've got their own class or they've started their own group.
I'm telling
Someone
you.
joined social media and now they're an instructor. Some people teach because they genuinely love helping other people.
Yeah.
Then others teach because they want recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Some teach because they have a calling to do so. Others teach because they're searching for something.
Yeah.
So today, let's talk honestly,
Yeah.
openly, and earnestly
Yeah.
about why teaching has become one of the most desired roles in our community.
Yeah, and just being honest and open about this topic. Some of you may be feeling, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if I only know 5 dances, and I want to start a class, that's what I'm gonna do. And of course, you do what you want to do, but we're trying to think of your students that is in your class. I would like to reiterate that urban soul line dancing is just not a fitness class. It is not just a social activity. We have talked about this on this show many times. When I say that urban soul line dancing is therapeutic, it helps to regulate the atomic nervous system. I mean that in every sense of the word. So much so that I am writing a research paper about it. It is important to remember that knowing how to dance or choreograph and knowing how to teach, I'm sorry to tell you, are not the same skill set. Wanting to teach is not the same as being ready to teach. The harm is when someone who is not yet equipped to put themselves in the position of teacher before they have done the work. The person directly in class is not just a dance teacher. They are a community leader. They are a wellness facilitator. And they may, without knowing it, be the most therapeutic presence in the lives of some of those people that come into your class. So you don't want to mess that up. You don't want someone to come to your class and then now they're like wounded by your words or laughter and they don't come back. I respect your desire and your courage in wanting to teach. We're talking about what is driving that desire, though. What is driving that desire and what it actually takes to step into the role of a teacher. And Yolanda is going to tell us about it. Give us some info, Yolanda.
Well,
I don't mean this. I'm
number
serious.
one of the first drivers is visibility, the need to be seen. This requires some self-examination. Urban soul line dance instructors are seen. They're admired by the community. There are the people that everybody is watching.
Yeah.
Their name gets called. That person gets put in the spotlight. The appreciation and the come teach at our event. It's not just classes, it's also events that people get called to teach at. In a community where many people, Black women especially, have spent their whole lives being unseen and undervalued,
Yeah.
the experience of being visibly honored and recognized for something that you do and do it well is genuinely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with wanting that, but I want to name it because of visibility. If visibility is the primary driver rather than service, that will show up on the dance floor. It will show up in how you respond when your students make mistakes, like you just mentioned. Are you going to laugh? Are you going to look at them funny? And it also show up in how you handle classes that are not going well and in what you prioritize when you are teaching.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's why I think the most important first step for anyone who wants to teach is not learning more routines, but do the inner work. Asking yourself honestly, who am I teaching for really? Driver two, the expert. Some dancers become very good with knowing and performing routines. They are one of the best people on the floor. They learn fast, execute cleanly, and remember choreograph. I can't speak today easily. And the people around them starts telling them that they are gifted. You see the people on the front line that run through the line and they just doing their thing. They just look so charismatic dancing. People say you should be teaching. People ask them to show them things.
But that's where it gets tricky.
I'm telling
That's
you.
where it gets tricky because being an excellent dancer, you can be an excellent dancer, but that's not going to necessarily make you an excellent
That's
teacher.
right.
It's two completely different
That surely
skill
is.
sets. They're generally different. An elite dancer who has internalized the routines, they know them backwards and forward, and it's a part of their nature. They may struggle to break it down for somebody who's learning from the beginning.
Yeah.
They do because what felt natural was never consciously understood. It was absorbed through repetition and physical and musical memory. To put in words, movement your body has been doing automatically, that is a cognitive and educational skill, and it takes specific development.
And when you're in the flow, you're in the flow. You don't really know the steps and the movement that your body doing, and you might put in an extra step, and you might do whatever. You're in the flow of the music and the moment and the energy. You can't teach flow.
No.
You can't teach flow. You can't. So, there are instructors who are incredible dancers, but cannot explain steps and routines. They may become frustrated when students just can't seem to get it. And then they blame it on the student. They blame it on the students, like saying they just don't want to do the work. They just don't want to put in the effort. They just don't want to know. Your students shouldn't have to say that. They shouldn't have to go through that. You should have the patience to get it to them. If you go over it over and over and over again. Sometimes I come to class early just for people that want to ask me questions or go over stuff. That's what I do. Sometimes I stay later to answer the questions. Isn't that what teachers do in school? Isn't that what they do in school?
Yep.
Because these dancers, they never had to really learn how to teach. They only had to learn how to dance. And those are not the same education. It's not.
That is all so true. So true. You hit the nail on the head. But you know what? There's another driver. The entrepreneur.
Oh, Lord.
That person who wants to make.
That's everywhere.
A lot of people want to teach because they want to build something all their own. They want to create a community, run their own classes, have their own business.
Yeah.
They want the income potential, the independence, the identity of being an instructor.
Mm.
They have watched established instructors
Right.
build followings,
Right.
and they want that for themselves. Wanting to build a business is not a shameful motivation. It becomes a problem only when the entrepreneurial impulse runs ahead
Yeah.
of the preparation.
Yeah. Definitely.
When someone starts teaching classes and charging money before they have the skill
Wow.
and the credentials and the community standing to back it up, when they are essentially practicing on students who deserve better.
Wow, and
You
that's
know,
so
it's
true.
nice to have that motivation,
Yeah, it
but if you don't
is.
have that expertise,
Right.
the people skills, the interpersonal
Right.
communication to
Right.
deal with people on that level,
Hmm. And people paying their money
not for
for
you.
you to learn on them.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be teaching
Right.
them. They teaching you.
Right.
That's some crazy
You
stuff.
got to bring some level of expertise
Gotta have
before you
something,
can be that entrepreneur.
And so now we go
Mhm.
to driver number 4, Yolanda. Therapeutic container. Yeah, that's my field. Back in the day, about 30 years ago, teaching urban soul line dancing was regarded as a recreational activity to exercise and socialize. Remember that, Yolanda? We had some fun.
Mhm.
Now it has become a
Clearly,
means for
you sure
mind-body
did.
therapy. Everybody's saying, soul line dancing is for the mind, body, and soul. It's therapy. But it is therapy with the potential to regulate the autonomic nervous system and promote holistic wellness in our communities. The dance floor has become a therapeutic container that welcomes grief. I brought grief to the floor and anxiety to feel us safe in our bodies, connect to something larger than ourselves. Wow.
Mhm.
I know people come there. I know they
That's
do.
deep.
They come with stories. And this just reminds me, no matter what service that you're providing to people, you could be a barber, a hairstylist, a nail person, or whatever. But people come to you for your service, but they come to you with their problems. Same thing with a doctor, with a nurse, with a massage therapist, personal trainer. They're coming. So these people not just give them service, but they have to be open in other ways.
Right. Right. Well, that brings us to driver number 5,
Oh boy.
the genuine calling.
Mm,
You know, there are some of us, we were born to teach.
yeah.
It's in us to be a teacher.
Yeah.
You know, those of us who have the patience, the intuition, the ability to meet someone exactly where they are
That's right.
and to help them move forward without making them feel less than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Just being patient.
Mm-hmm.
Those who can hold 30 in one room, 30 different personalities.
And
on
you
a
holding a
keyboard,
whole lot more.
sometimes double that number. And knowing each one of those people have their own set of individual needs.
Yeah, they do.
No two people in that class are ever going to be the same.
Right.
Those who feel the music and can transmit that feeling, not just the steps.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling to someone who has never felt it before,
Right.
who understands that the 8 count is not just a choreographic unit, but a container for joy, community, and cultural memory.
Mm-hmm.
The honest question that every person who wants to teach should ask themselves, which of these drivers is really driving you? Have you done enough of the work to step into this role with integrity, passion, and skill?
Wow, that takes me back to when I started teaching. Well, of course, I started teaching at 13, and my mom would buy all the records and stuff, and my friends would come over to my house to listen, and we'd dance, and I show them the steps and stuff like that. And they just come with stuff. You know, wow, it just it just took me back. So,
Yeah.
what is actually
Yeah.
what is actually taking place here? What is actually going on within you that you just want to teach? You just got to teach. Well, first, you need time on the floor. I'm sorry. Not weeks, not months, at least a year. You need time on the floor. And you're not going to learn that from going online, taking a certification class online. It's not going to teach you these things. You're going to have to model behind someone. Just like in the professional world, when you're going for your certification and license, they just don't give it to you. Not only do you pass the test and know what the book says do, but you got to put in the hours. Like me, 1,500 hours before I can sit down and take the test to get licensed. And 1,500 hours before I can actually sit down with a person alone. They want to know that you're not going to cause any harm. You need to have danced long enough that urban soul line dancing lives in your body, not in your memory. You need to understand the history of urban soul line dancing, the evolution of the styles. There's different styles now, different styles. The relationship between the music and the movement. That does not come from watching and learning classes on YouTube. It comes from years of being in community, being taught by people who were taught by people who built these dance genres. Let's say you have been dancing for a year and you want to start teaching classes next month. How are you going to do that? Ask yourself honestly whether you have enough depth to give your students what they deserve. And most of the time, the answer is going to be not quite yet. Not yet does not mean never. It just means you got to put the work in. Shadow behind somebody.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's so true. That's so true. Just because you know the steps,
telling you.
learning to deal with personalities, learning to deal with people, it's more to know. Being a teacher is more than just knowing the dance
Yes, it
in a
is.
nutshell.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. And it's fortunate and unfortunate at the same time. Anyone can start teaching
That's
because
right.
there's no real requirements. But like you just said, Dr. Paula, if you can get certified as an aerobic instructor, if you can get certified in something as small as CPR, because God forbid someone comes
That's
to your
another thing.
class and gets shortness of breath,
That's another thing.
how would you deal with that?
There's so many variables that you have to be aware of. Like, how many of you know CPR and been certified in it? Seriously, maybe this hasn't, thank God it hasn't happened in any class, but it could happen. Another thing that we have to be aware of in these days and times, Lord forbid, if someone comes in class and they're upset, and there goes the gun. Is there a plan?
Right.
If that happens, I'm putting that out there now. Maybe we should make some sort of an exit plan in case something like that happens. Because don't think that soul line dancing, that's not going to happen there. It's just something for us to think about. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And knowing how to deal in those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. It may not even be to harm the class. It could be to harm themselves. And how do you talk a person off of a ledge? It takes some doing of your own homework to be prepared to be an instructor.
Yeah. So many variables. Because there's no gatekeeping currently. Anyone can start teaching. There's no requirement anymore.
Mhm.
You know. But anyway, let's just talk more about the problem and exactly why conversations like this one matters. The community has to hold its own standard when the formal system have not yet created one. I discussed in episode 4, What's the Beef, what's the title, about not having laws, rules, regulations, or bylaws. There is still no global governing body. Now, people that are listening to me, I'm hoping some of the leaders out there across the country are listening to me. We all flock to the awards thing once a year to get your awards for the best choreographer, the best this, the best that, the best that, the best that, the best that. But have any of you leaders gotten together and say, we need to formulate a governing body, because anybody shouldn't just get out there and start teaching. I noticed that you want urban soul line dancing to be taken seriously. Well, in order for that to happen, you got to have these rules and regulations in place. So, thirdly, you need to understand what you're holding when you are in front of a class. You are doing more than just teaching routines and steps. You're holding every student's nervous system in your hands. You're thinking, that's not my job. My job is to teach Running Man. My job is to teach Boots on the Ground. My job is to have fun. But you are. You are a co-regulator for their stress response. Because guess what? They come into your class stressed out, upset, and all. You set the tone in that classroom. Do you realize that? Whatever your persona is and your whatever's going on with you,
Right.
you got to leave that at the door, because now you have all these people that you're working with. And no, you're not a therapist. You're not. But you're holding these people's stress response in your hand, because you can either make them feel calm and comfortable and relax and have fun, or you can make them feel tense, angry, and want to beat you up because you don't know that dance and you taught it wrong. You taught it wrong.
Right.
And you missed the part. Now I'm all messed up. What am I going to do? What I pay my money for? You're the most consistent source of community.
And if you feel like that's too much,
yes.
Right. And if you feel like that's too much, instructors, and if you feel your response is, I just want to teach, I just want to be seen, I just want to feel important.
Yep.
No, I'm not trying to be no therapist. I want to gently say this to you. You're right. You're not a therapist.
Right.
But you are also not able to separate what you do in that room, like you just said, from what it does to people's bodies
and minds.
And their
That's
minds.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only question is whether you understand it or not.
Yeah, because what you should remember, and I bet you this one, people are going to remember more how you made them feel than a dance that they learned. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
They're going to remember that, how you made them feel, more so than how you taught that dance. So have a conversation with yourself. Here's what I want to leave with anyone who are sitting with the desire to teach right now, have the real conversation with yourself, not the one where you justify starting now because you are ready. The real one where you ask, what is truly driving this desire? Have I given myself enough time on the floor? Am I teaching from abundance or from need? Do I have the skills to break down what I know, or do I only have the ability to perform it? Have I been taught by people I can learn from and honor and eventually respect with integrity? That's something that you should ask yourself. These are serious questions. Why do you want
They definitely are.
to teach?
And if those answers tell you not yet, welcome that. It's okay.
Yeah,
Not yet is not failure.
that's right.
Not yet is the responsible answer. Not yet means you respect the tradition enough to do it right.
Right.
And if the answers tell you yes, then go ahead.
for
do
it.
it. Go teach.
Mm-hmm.
Go build that community. Go and give this community everything that is in
That's
you.
right.
Do it from the heart.
That's right.
Because when the preparation is real and the calling is genuine and the humility is intact, a great teacher on the dance floor is one of the most healing presences in the world.
I'm telling you. So
In closing,
we're about
we
to
have a
hit it,
call to
right?
action.
We're about to
Right? But before you close out, Dr. Paula, I want to say something to anyone
Okay.
who is listening and feeling called to teach.
Okay.
I see you. I know what it feels like to love something so much that you want to give it to everyone you know.
Mhm.
It's your gift. Honor it by doing it right.
Yes.
Do the work.
Yes.
Take the time. Learn from the people who came before you. My hat goes off to Gloria. My hat goes off to you, Dr. Paula. I take away the things that I learned from you all when I go to my classes.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, and I mean really, really ready, you're going to be someone's reason for staying on that dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be someone's healing that is worth preparing for. The desire to teach is not the problem. The desire to teach before you are ready
That's
is the
so
problem.
true.
And those two things can coexist in the same person at the same moment.
Mm-hmm.
Honor the desire, do the work, respect the tradition.
Yeah.
To all established instructors
Tell them.
that are out here listening today,
Mm-hmm.
invest in your people who are coming up.
Yes.
You know, and take the time to mentor them.
That's right.
Teach them.
That's right.
Help them learn to have patience. Share your knowledge before you have to have them figure it out all by themselves.
Yeah.
Because the knowledge that you hold about the dance genre, it's not yours. It's not just yours. It belongs to the community.
Yeah.
Pass it forward with intention.
Yeah.
And to everyone on the floor, hold your teachers accountable. Set a certain standard for them. You deserve quality instruction. Heck, you're paying money to go to these
You
classes.
sure are.
You deserve someone who has done the work. You deserve a teacher who's showing up for you and not just for themselves and that money that they're going to get at the end
That's
of the
right.
class. And if you are that teacher, you already know it because the floor will tell you.
You heard it from DJ
That's it.
Starlight. Yolanda Sample. She just gave us the gospel of urban soul line dancing.
Hey.
And I want to say, hey, Gloria. Gloria said one of the best compliments I received as a soul line dance teacher was that I was a Pennsylvania encouraging people. And yes, Gloria, that's what we did back in the day. Today different. You know, Dave shared, everybody shared. We all had fun sharing with each other. That was back in the day, but this generation is different. But I'm hoping as elders and pioneers that we can pass this information along. And please, I ask you, don't be insulted by this. This is just information that that we're feeling that should be brought to the community, because things are getting out of control, and we got to rein it in and get that governing body going. That's what we got to do. So this was a great episode. Share this episode with someone who is thinking about teaching. Share it with the person who just started dancing and is already announcing their future classes. Drop a comment and tell me, what is driving your force? What is calling you to teach? I want to hear. I really want to hear it. I do. Now, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like Psychology on the Dance Floor on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Turn on your notification so that you don't miss live episodes every Monday at 6:30 p.m. So, Yolanda, any final words from you? Anything you want to say to your students?
Well, my students, I can't wait to see you all tomorrow night. I will live by what I will stand in what I believe.
Yeah.
And I will continue to learn from those and take advice from those who came before me. And I will be a driving force with my students.
That's awesome.
So I stand on that, and I look forward to continuing it as long as God will have me to be a teacher.
That's real awesome. And as for me, I'm not really.
If you join,
Go on.
I was going to say, for those who may want to comment after we're off
Yeah,
live,
please do.
Feel free to do so in the comments.
Yeah, please do. And I never forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, until we meet again, remember, choreograph on purpose, teach on purpose, DJ on purpose, dance on purpose, and please live on purpose. But most importantly, have fun. I'll meet you back here on Psychology on the Dance Floor. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.